What's going on, everybody? TheKennyDubz here with a X-Dive video here today. This is going to be a bit different. It's been a little bit since we got the announcement of X-Dive Offline going to be a thing. So I just wanted to make a video talking about some things that I hope are in store for us in the offline version of X-Dive. Alright, so this video, I'll be talking about a few different things, ranging from things I would like to see that are, possible, to a few things that probably aren't, not possible, or just not going to happen. First and foremost, the collab characters. I would love to see the collab characters still here. However, we did get confirmation that there won't be any collab characters at all. However, I was really hoping that they would be here, and I was on my copium, so on, I was really on. I was like, please, copium, please work. When I said collab, I was like, well, maybe they meant stuff like the Rog Buster. 'Cause, that's a collab weapon, or the Ramen Greatsword. But they did end up specifying that there wouldn't be any collab characters from other Capcom franchises. Kind of weird to me, but there legitimately isn't much to do about that. I can still hope, but outside of like maybe mods, that probably won't really be a thing. Next thing I hope, they add more characters to this game, because the Mega Man franchise has a lot of characters simply not in the game, right? But with this one, I wouldn't particularly mind if the characters weren't there at launch. In a similar vein that how they do Monster Hunter things, or like if just some kind of DLC maybe. We get more characters, I would probably be okay with that. If they had like DLC packs, whether paid or unpaid, I would prefer the free DLC like we get for Monster Hunter. Like Monster Hunter, we get so many updates with different monsters and stuff. That would be cool. But even if it was through paid DLC, I would be annoyed, but I'd be glad for more characters to be in the game, especially because a lot of characters that we could have gotten, I think, are a lot easier to do. As you see here, two characters with Rising Fire X and Thunderbeam Mega Man. Like, we could have easily gotten other things like this, such as different styles of Mega Man EXE, as it's the same model, same voices, minor changes, things like that. Or different variations of Star Force Mega Man. I would like this a lot more because there isn't much Star Force representation in the game. So like, I forgot what they're called in Star Force 1, but with the satellite admins, things like that. Because we have the model here, we have the voices. We even have the weapon model for Dragon Sky in the Shooting Dragon Busters. That'd be pretty cool there. But there's also a lot of other characters that could have been added to the game. Like, I know people want Spider. I don't know much about Command Mission, but I know Spider is one that people frequently ask for. We didn't get, there's still some other like X armors, like Blade armor from X6 that we haven't gotten. I saw like a white Axle. I don't really know what that's all about, but that looks pretty cool. But just various other things similar to that era of thing, or like I don't know what they're called in Command Mission either. Like, there's like some kind of like Rising X, right? Rising Fire X or something like that. I don't actually know. But you get the idea, right? But what I would really like to see are a lot more A and B units. Like I said, because those are a lot easier to really do, and you can just basically like reskin, like recolor some of these other things like that. Just because it would be more units in the game. Not necessarily that I want like reskins of A and B units to like kind of clog up the roster, but they would just it would just be more characters for us to have access to. Next thing I want to talk about are some stages. We did see in the trailer how they did bring it down into over 900 stages. That's said over 100 characters. The characters in the stages is kind of like, I feel like if you don't play the game, it sounds good. Real quick, it's the characters. There's 138 characters in the game already. So over 100 characters, they could technically just not add more characters to the game. But over 900 stages, that sounds good initially. All right. I don't want to say until, but they do bring attention to over 900 stages to play. Well, in the trailer, we see them at Jacob's Orbital Elevator at floor 174, and we see that there's normal and hard mode, which is pretty good. We don't see challenge mode there, which is interesting that challenge mode is taken away. However, normal and hard mode both have the same amount of floors as is challenge mode. If I go up here, 175. So you see 175 for both of these, and it looked like that was the top in the trailer. And one of the things that stuck out to me about that is, well, there's 175 normal floors, 175 hard floors, so that's already 350 stages right there, which isn't bad. But we go to story, and each story chapter that isn't well, chapters 1 through 18 have a normal and a hard mode, and again, normal hard mode, they have the same amount of stages. So that already accounts for more than half the stages in the game. Like I said, that's why I would like to see more stages. I don't know if we'll actually get more stages, because that's already over 500 stages with just the story and the normal and hard of Jacob's. I don't know what they're gonna do with like the stuff like such as co-op, because co-op apparently isn't going to be in the game. Hopefully the stage will get repurposed for something else. Race mode, we just don't know what's in the game, so I'm just going to assume that race mode is included in the 900 stages. Though I don't know how many stages there are in race mode. I think every 10 levels there's like a group of 5 levels you can get, or something to that effect. So I don't know. Again, I don't know if those are included. But yeah, I would like to see some more stages in this if possible. And maybe have like the co-op stages here as like part of like a legacy stages or something like that. I don't know. Just something there for the co-op stages, because we're not gonna have co-op, and we're not gonna have battle. We're not gonna have PvP either, PvP or guild. So hopefully those get replaced with something usable as well. This kind of ties in with stages, but I'd like to see potentially a new game mode. I've brought this up quite a few times already, and just when talking with other people in the community. Something that I really like, that I think could have been easily implemented in Next Dive, something from War of the Vision, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. They have what's called selection quests in that game, and what selection quests are is basically you can only use units of a certain rarity. You can use MR and lower for the most part, which would be A and B ranks for this game, I suppose. And you can use one S rank unit, which would be the unit you get from doing a selection quest. And by doing the selection quests, you get materials that can help upgrade your characters, and you get new characters like that. I thought that would have been a really nice way to implement some new characters in the game. Like maybe that's how they introduce like double souls for Mega Man EXE, or like the noise forces for Star Force Mega Man. Something like that. Just make an S rank version of them and have it available through the quests like that. It would obviously it wouldn't be a one-to-one comparison. Maybe like it'd be like a boss rush stage where you can only use you have to use certain characters or something like that. I don't know. Just something to give us. One, it'd be more things to do, and it could be more characters. I don't really think that's going to happen at all, to be quite honest. But you know what? I did say that some things will probably be very unlikely in this video. All right, another thing that I would like to see is character reworks, so to speak. And I don't mean just like making every character like super broken or anything like that, but more so like all right, Kai is the first character that I could think of. So when I said reworks, I more so meant for things such as like passives and things like that, as opposed to actually, like I said, making every character broken, or like making some characters a lot better, because there's going to be no PvP in X5 Offline. They have told us. So things like rising morale, when he targets a player, they'll increase the damage deal by 10%. Well, that's basically useless. How's that going to help, So things that are more geared towards PvP, well, ideally, they get worked, changed away so that they work in, a PvE setting, because, well, there's no PvP. So, yeah, things like that. Or like fighting insects hitting a player with reverse movements. Well, again, no PvP, so you're not going to be hitting another player. So this would have to be changed to target at the very least. This could be changed to target as well, or just generic 10% extra damage. Maybe they'll make it aimed towards bosses or something like that. So other characters like Sigma as well, Rebellious Act. That'll have to get changed like bosses or something else as well. Just something so that like it doesn't seem like, hey, what are you doing here with some of these? But that also means that some DNA should be changed as well. As there is a lot of DNA that has like, like player kill, player sentinel. Those aren't gonna really be useful anymore if there's no PvP. So ideally, we would see these get changed as well. I guess it goes without saying, but that would apply to weapons as well, as some weapons do have player killer on them, such as the explosive bolt as a hidden skill. So I'd like to see this change to something else, I guess. Maybe they'll just drop this hidden skill, or it would actually be really cool if they added more hidden skills that we could select from. That might be pretty neat. I do want to see the current events tab as well, simply because in the trailer they did show that you can buy memories from the shop with Zenny for normal units, which is really cool. So that gives us a reason to use Zenny. However, in the trailer we only saw two. We saw Ultimate Armor X and Iris, which are the first two Die Festival units, and then limited tab for the for memories, but they use elemental metals to buy them as opposed to Zenny. So ideally, there's a way for us to get a pretty good supply of elemental metals consistently. I don't know how we would be able to do that though, because if every Die Festival unit requires elemental metals, I feel like there's gonna have to be a way for us to get a good chunk of them, because we'd presumably have to unlock the character using memory. So that's 40 memories right there, and then to get them to 5 stars after that, that's another 330 memories. And then if DNA is still around, that's still going to be another good chunk of memories. Now, we did see in the trailer that the cost for the memories was very, very low at about, I believe it was 20 elemental metals a memory. So hopefully there is a way for us to get a good chunk of elemental metals. There's like missions as well that we can do, and we could still apparently even see the stages, the event stages. So maybe like we can maybe in the shop we can buy a key so that we can do a specific event stage, and then from there we can unlock that and get all the rewards from that, and then do that for different events. I don't know. Some of these are going to have to be changed as well, actually, because as you can see here, fight together to complete 700 co-ops. Well, co-ops aren't real in offline, so hopefully there's going to be some things for that. I did want to come in here and say this doesn't have much to do with the video, with this video, but well, actually it kind of does. There won't be any deep recorder, so I'm wondering if we'll get something else as in place of that. But the footage they use has got to be stock footage for it, because it has this listed as story in the trailer. So there actually could be a lot of huge changes coming before after it releases, because there's no deep recorder button in the trailer, because deep recorder wasn't released at the time of the game's release. But boss challenge says story, still has a boss challenge icon though, so I thought that was pretty funny. I did also want to note, or something else that I wanted to speak about as well, the skins tab as well. We don't have very many character skins in the game, so it'd be cool if we got more skins. This I kind of really don't see happening, but I mean, I would like more skins as well for this. Anyway, I guess that's really all for now. There might be some things that I might think about later that are obvious while editing this video, but yeah, that's it for now. Just kind of wanted to get this video out, get some brain juices flowing, and see what other people are looking forward to with this game. Like I said, some of the things I would like to see probably won't happen, but I mean, I can hope, right? Like collab characters, I love to see those in here. I would even like to see more characters in here, to be quite honest. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content. Let me know down below what things that everyone else will be looking forward to seeing here, and I will catch you guys next time. Later.